Good morning, traders. Welcome to this video on the euro dollar and pound dollar. Finally, a video. Sorry we had no video on Monday because I was not able to make it and record it. But here we are today, finally looking at the last day of June and the start of July on the euro dollar and pound dollar, of course. So let's start. Euro dollar. Well, basically nothing much has happened in those 2 days that I was missing in action. Basically, price was moving very slowly to the downside. We can take a look here. The weekend started here, and all it did was basically break slowly but surely below the 21 EMA, and now making a small bounce. So there was not much action. That said, we were expecting a slow movement because of the wave 4 last week. We thought that this was a wave 3 because of the strong bearish impulse. Look at those strong candles. They're large in size. They're moving away from the 21 EMA. They're basically closing near the low. And most of those candles are bearish, obviously. So that looks like a typical wave 3. But, of course, we need a confirmation pattern to confirm that we have a follow-through. So we need a corrective pattern and one that respects shallow fibs, like typically the 38.2 fib. So that's what happened. Price made a double top, plus minus, very close, a few pips difference here at 119.75, very close to the round level of 120 and the 38.2 fib. A corrective channel to the upside that made a double top at the 38.2 fib. So that fits the bill. That kind of confirms what we typically would expect from a wave 4 and down for wave 5. Now, as I said last week, that we probably expect 2 lower lows, wave 5 of 3, and then another wave 4 and another wave 5 to complete the bigger wave C. Let's put that in context, because if we zoom in the daily chart, we're probably looking at ABC and then ABC and then a 5 wave down here to complete the bigger ABC like this. So we're probably in a red wave C. If not a red wave C, maybe a 1, 2, 3 instead. For the moment, I think red C. But in both cases, more downside is possible. As long as price doesn't retrace too much to the upside, this is looking like a wave 1, 2 right here. Wave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to finish 3, 4, 5 to finish C, basically. So now, is this wave 4 finished? I don't know, because it's moving very slowly to the downside. It could still retest the 38.2 fib again. So at this moment, I don't think, although I'm bearish, I don't think it's a really good idea to look for shorting trading ideas unless it breaks through this trend line and there's a bear flag maybe on the hourly or 30 or 50-minute chart followed by a break to the downside. Well, in that case, I think the target is the minus 272 target here, 117.50 zone. And there could be follow through there for 100 pips, I guess, to that target. And then we'll see another wave 4 and another wave 5 if my analysis is correct at least. And if it does bounce up, it could go to the 38 or 50 fib, and that's where I would expect a bounce. So in my view, break, pullback, continuation, or a bounce at these fibs look like the best trading opportunities for beginning of July. I'm not sure about today because it's the last day of the month and quarter, so those can be a little bit freaky, a little bit unstable, I guess, a little bit volatile. But yeah, if it breaks above that 50 fib, of course, then that puts my analysis on hold. Maybe 61.8, because there's a lot of moving averages, so I would expand that region to the 50 and 61.8 fib. If it gets into there, it's still a bouncing spot, basically. But if it breaks above that 61.8 fib, then I would be a little bit worried. We can also use a wider fib like this. So anywhere up to 121, I think is still, as a price level, still bearish zone. But anything above that, then I would really start to hesitate or place this bearish analysis on hold. Something else is probably going on. So pound USD. Well, let's take a look quickly at the larger time frames. Basically, inside candle last week, we had also a double top. It looks like an ABC pattern. It's same like the euro dollar, basically, with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going down lower. So far, this retracement was a little bit steeper, but we got the bounce as well. Let's put the fib on, maybe from, well, we could any top like that, probably see 50 fib rather than a 38.2 fib, so a little bit deeper retracement. We got the break below the 20 and price has been moving lower since, almost reaching the bottom. So same story, I think, as the euro dollar really here. Basically, need a break below this trend line to confirm break flag continuation, or if it makes it to the 50 fib, it could be a triangle pattern, perhaps even. Like I didn't mention that, but that's possible. ABCDE and then down, or ABC flat and then down. So if it does bounce, I'm looking for still a bounce, a bearish. If it does bounce up, I'm still looking for a bearish bounce at resistance for a move down or break pullback continuation here. If it breaks above the 20 EMA, trading to the upside here for a small push towards the previous top up in here, maybe, but risky in my view. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. Hope it helps. We'll be back next week. Sorry for missing out on Monday, but hope this update, at least on Wednesday, helps. And we'll wish everyone great trading. See you soon. Cheers.